Hello everybody. So we'll look into the sixth program, that is implementing the study and performance of CDMA. So first program made use of TSM technology, and sixth program makes use of CDMA technology. CDMA is used by 3G technology, which refers to the standard of accessibility and speed of mobile devices. So this is set by ITU. What is the difference between the 2G and 3G? This technology enables the use of various services like GPS, mobile television, and video conferencing. It not only enables them to be used but provides better bandwidth and increased speed. The main aim of this technology is to allow better coverage and growth with minimum investment. CDMA can be implemented on all versions of NS2. The diagram of the network topology is the same as the fifth program, where you have one sender node and destination node, which is again where you have the sender node is again connected to the base station, and two different base stations is mobile station, and the destination node. If the distance between sender and destination is too much, then we may have more than one or two base stations which are interconnected with mobile stations. So this depends on the distance between sender and destination. The technology that we are using is CDMA. So the topology type of topology is CDMA. Traffic generation, setting the flow as 0, and then we are also setting the web session as 2. Okay, we have 2 web sessions over here. This is about setting the traffic generation. Now the third statistic we are setting is the plotting statistics. We are not really emulating complete execution of this CDMA technology. Rather, we are studying the characteristics by plotting the statistics graph. So we use plotter for this. So set of around 100 plots we are using, and for that we are using the source trace and the destination trace, which tells you where to plot the traffic. So IS is for the source node, BS2 is for the destination node. Next, the major difference between fifth and sixth is with respect to the uplink and downlink bandwidth. Again, uplink and downlink propagation delay. This is the major difference. You compare these values, 384,000. So this value is much more than the value that is set in the fifth program. That is where the difference lies here. We set a higher value for the uplink and downlink bandwidth, and the propagation delay is reduced. There it was 0.500, here it is 0.15. This is what is the major change we have to do in the sixth program. Next, we are telling that the technology we are using is CDMA. Then we are opening a simulator class and creating a simulator object MS. Then a trace file TF, an object of trace file TF is created. The next set of code setting indicates that we have 5 nodes, which is the source node IS, mobile station MS, base station 1 and 2, and the destination node LP. Next set of lines you can see over here is for setting the cell topology. So the cell topology means we set up the link between the nodes. As usual, a duplex link takes 7 values, the source node LP, destination node BS, then the bandwidth, propagation delay, and the type of queuing technology, drop tail or RED. Here it is taking drop tail. Again, you see there is a link set between BS1 and MS with the propagation delay and bandwidth set to 1 and 1, and the queuing technology RED. Like this, we set up the link between source node BS1, MS, and again between MS BS2. And then finally, throughput test, we are telling that it is a CDMA cell topology. The next set of lines is for setting the link parameters. The next set of lines is setting the link parameters. So this will be called ahead. So we are calling a procedure for setting the link parameters. We'll see where it is called. Next set is for setting the RED and TP pairs. To plot an RED, we need an RED adaptive with set value as 1, and to plot this we also need the minimum threshold and maximum threshold. So we set the test 30, and we set the for setting the queuing technology. This set of lines tells that we are using the queuing technology RED, which works in adaptive mode, and where the next set of lines tells you about the minimum and maximum threshold followed by the window size. Next, we have to create the topology. How to create the topology? Switch $type. $type takes the value CDMA. So CDMA cell topology. Cell topology is being called over here. And after that, set link parameter $type CDMA. So control comes to this part of the code and sets the link parameters. Link parameters means the bandwidth, the delay, and the Q limit. We have to set the bandwidth between different nodes, the delay between different nodes, and the Q limit. In this diagram, you can see bandwidth and the delay. Suppose between sender and base station 1, 3 MB and 10 milliseconds. That setting is being done over here in this set of lines. And then we are setting the Q limit, okay, which is set as 10 and 10. Now this Q limit is set for BS1 and BS2. The next set of lines, I told you what are these RAD and TCP parameters. Next, we insert the delay. We insert delay here. So delay between the mobile station and base station 1, again mobile station and base station 2. For that, we are creating a new object, delay. Next, we set up the forward TCP connection. Flow value will either be 0 or greater than 0. If the flow value is 0, then you'll have to tell which transfer protocol and file transfer, which transfer protocol and which application layer protocol we are using. So here we are making use of TCP transport layer protocol and FTP as the application layer protocol, and NS.8 says the time at which the simulation starts. This is initially when the flow value is 0. If flow value is greater than 0, flow means, listen only, look at this. Between sender node and BS1, it's flow 1. And the flow value is more than 0. What happens? We have to set the parameter values, that is, like the TCP value and the application layer protocol FTP value, window size, and to tell when to start and when to stop the simulation. The first set of 5 lines tells you that you're setting the TCP value, FTP value, window size, and start and stop simulation time. The second set of values is protocol is TCP, FTP file transfer protocol, which is an application layer protocol, then a window size, then start of simulation and end of simulation. Setting the flow values when it is greater than 0. The next set of lines is procedure stop. We are declaring global variables, then graph statistics for plotting the graph, then source ID and destination ID, where we get the source trace and destination trace. Then we have an object A, which trace values, then get to RC and raw to XG. These are like awk files in other programs where you have the web traces which are stored in the path. That is ... indicates. In the desktop, in the folder, all in one, you will extract bin get RC and raw to XG. So these are like awk files for extracting the web trace files that are available. So path should be set. That is why you have the ... over there. Then we call the execution on these files that are extracted and direct it to plot.xgr and direct it to plot.xgr. Now, using the values that are stored in plot.xgr, we use xgraph and plot the graph with x-axis, y-axis, and the data which is available in x.gr. And finally, we stop the simulation. Now, look at this graph. Compare this graph with the fifth program graph. You can see that there are two set of lines over here also. One is red dots, another one is purple dot. So red dot, you can see the gap between the red dots